Today, in this video, we're going to discuss the concept of conditional formatting. I'll show you how it works and what it does. First of all, what is it? Conditional formatting lets you set up rules such that the cells will automatically format in the way that you want them to format. All right, so what do we mean by that? Let's just say here, in this column, due or past due, we want this Y to really pop out. It's important for us to know when something is due or past due, and to flag it, we want to make this entire cell, anytime the cell says Y, we want it to be a bright red. We want it flagged. Rather than every time we see a Y, we go ahead and go into format and click bold and we add colors, etc. here, we can set the spreadsheet to do it automatically. Great, so how do we do that? Highlight the cells for which you want the rule to be applied and go into format. At that point, you'll notice down below there's a conditional formatting area. If you click on that, this is where you can specify your rule or your criteria. So in this case, our rule is the text should be exactly a Y, and when it is exactly a Y, I would like the text to be white, that's fine, but give me a background of bright red. Now notice, you can add other rules as you wish, but for now, let's just stick with this one rule and click Save. At this point, you'll notice, just like that, automatically, because the cell says Y, because this is a task that is due or past due, we automatically set the formatting to be such that you see a white Y against a bright red background. So to show you that this is automatically set, let's just say you'll notice that these tasks are past due. Let's just suppose you never did them. At this point, you will notice that you have already set up the formatting, so you don't have to create it as such. It does it automatically for you. Let's see how filtering can make this tool a much more effective tool. Two ways you can filter. Highlight all the columns for those that you want to filter, and go up above and you'll notice a little icon here that says filter. If you click on that, once you see the upper right hand side arrows, that indicates that you have indeed begun the filtering process. Now let me remove that for now and show you the second way to filter. You go up to the data and then click on filter right below. Both ways get you to the same result. You've started the filter process. Okay, so what does filter do? It does multiple things actually. Well, filtering overall makes your life easier when you're analyzing or seeing data. And how does it do that? One, it hides rows that you don't want to see. What do you mean? Well, let's take a look at this column I, your task done. Here you see there are certain tasks you have done, certain tasks you haven't done. I just want to see the tasks I haven't done, things that I have to do. Well, if you go up here to the little filtering arrow and remove the check mark on the Y, this will only bring up the blanks which indicate tasks that you need to get done. So this is great. If you have a very long list with tasks that you have done and haven't done, you can use the filtering option to select and show you only those that you need to get done. Okay, this is our original list now. Let me show you the second way that filtering can be helpful. Let's say you need to search for all the tasks related to calculus, just to bring them up to see them. If you click up here in the filter, remove all these tasks for now and just start typing calculus, because we just want to see all calc related tasks. You'll notice two come up. If you select those two and click OK, now you can see that for your calculus class there are two tasks required, and here are the given start, due dates, etc. So it's pretty handy if you want to, again, this helps you hide certain data, so helps you to see and make your life easier. The third thing that filtering can do is that it can help to sort your data. Well, how does that work? Let's say we want to sort all these tasks by due date. So on the top, you'll have the due date that's the most recent in time or earliest in time, and then it goes down to the latest in time. If you click up here and sort A through Z, click on that, you'll notice that these are the tasks that are due right away, and it's now sorted in an ascending fashion so that your latest or the task that is furthest out in date is at the end. So great, there are multiple applications now that you can use a filtering. Let's say you only want to see all the tasks due in December. Again, just ensure that only the 12 is checked off. And etc., etc. Sort by task duration, sort by days left to complete. This auto filter tab can do that all for you. Now let's say you want to remove it. The moment you remove your filter tab task, everything will reappear for you. Okay? In Excel, this filter tool is known as the auto filter tool, and both are quite similar. Great! Glad you listened in to learn about the filter. It will most definitely come in handy. We're going to take a look at how to insert an image into your spreadsheet. So as you can see in our dice game, we have an image of the dice. Now how did we insert that image? Alright, let's take a look and imagine we have it blank at this point. And let's also imagine that we have the image saved in our drive. So the first step is you'd like to hover up here and click on the insert, and at that point we want to insert an image. Now at this point you have various options how to insert the image, but in this case our image has been saved in our drive, and we've called it Dice Pick. Once you open it, the picture will upload, and at that point it will appear right in your spreadsheet. Now you'll notice at this point the image is at its original size, so it's much larger, and so now begins the fun process of trying to perfect the image to your liking and to insert it where you want it. So at this point we see that this image is way too large, so if we hover over it, once you see an arrow with two heads on either side, you can click on that and start dragging the image rather, to be the size that you want it to be. So this might involve a couple of iterations. And at that point, once you have a general idea of what the size should be, click on it. And I guess you can see this probably is not proportioned the best. Click on it, and once you see those Mickey Mouse hands, grab hold of the image, and at that point you can move it. And let's move our screen over. And let's place the image where we want it to be. Make any small adjustments that you might want. And there you have it, an image placed where you want it. Okay, that's how it is. See you next time.